Hi, good afternoon. My name is Anthony Chang. I used to be a special ed teacher from Newark Public Schools for 13 years. And I left Newark Public Schools to start my own business called Chain Estates, which was a landscaping company as well as a cleaning company. I did that for like 5-6 years. Then the pandemic hit, and then I lost that. Then I got my license to do life insurance, health insurance. I started my new company called Missing Coverage Agency, which our motto is keeping you abreast of all type of things that's going on. So that's pretty much a snapshot of what I used to do. And in the process of that happening, I was hit with breast cancer. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and most African American males do not get breast cancer. And since I have breast cancer, I want to talk to a lot of you brothers out there and let you guys know that breast cancer is something that we don't think we will get, but you will get it. Chances are, no one in my family ever had breast cancer. We had colon cancer, we had liver cancer, we had prostate cancer, but no one had breast cancer. I'm the first one to have breast cancer. And the thing about that is a lot of our men do not like to talk about going to the doctor or any type of thing that has to do with our health. We need to stop that because it's important that we know and feel comfortable talking about our health. So when I was diagnosed with breast cancer and how I came across that, one day I have an injury, an old injury, which is a partially torn rotator cuff. And that would affect your throwing ability if you're playing baseball as a pitcher or as a he threw me off by walking right in front of it. And if I was a quarterback, it would throw me off in that. But the breast cancer, as I was massaging my arm one day, this pain was so intense. As I was massaging it, I kept moving down towards my right breast. And then when I touched my right breast, there was a lump there. It frightened me. I was paralyzed with fear. I was so scared that this happened to me. So I just stopped immediately. I didn't tell my wife. I didn't tell anyone at all. I ain't go to the doctor. I ain't talk to my pastor, the first lady. I ain't talk to nobody. I immediately went into isolation. And isolation is when you just get beat up by the enemy and just talking about it, and it tells you, oh, you can't do it, oh, this will happen to you. You feel really bad. But then I had this paradigm shift one day. And with that paradigm shift, I started thinking to myself, and then I did a seclusion where I invited God in, and God told me, go to the doctor. I went to the doctor, and then I talked to my doctor, and he touched my breast, and he said, oh boy. And I'm saying to myself, what do you mean by oh boy? But I still didn't know exactly that I had the breast cancer at that time. So he wrote me different referrals, go here, go there, see this doctor. I went down the street from the office, and he called ahead. When I got down there, I was looking at the address. And I look up at the building, look at the address, look up at the building, and then I realized this is the right address, but at the top, the building, the address on the building said Women Health Imagery. So I walked inside there, and I saw no one but women inside there. Everybody practicing social distancing. I still didn't know at that time what was going on. As I walked closer to the window, they asked, is all women back there? They said, can I help you? I said, yes. I was just told to come here, and then they asked my name. I told my name, Anthony Chang, and they said, yeah, your doctor just called down here. I came inside, and I went inside, and I saw this great big machine called the mammogram. I never heard of a mammogram. I never thought what it was. And then I had to put press my chest up against the mammogram. And I'm saying to myself, pressing up against what? I had to put my breast up on this thing and had to clamp down on it. Man, did that thing ache and pain. So I was like thinking to myself, what is this? And then I went from there, I went to the ultrasound. Had to do the ultrasound. And then I came across a doctor. His name was, we call him Dr. H. Dr. Howard, excuse me. And his last name was too hard to pronounce. So he told me he needed to do a biopsy. So he had to check in the tissue to see if I was had breast cancer. And when he did that, he was telling me that you may have breast cancer. Lo and behold, later on, when the results came back, I had breast cancer. I went to see the doctor named Dr. McDermott, who is the surgeon who removed the breast cancer from my breast. So when I went there, she walked me through everything and told me exactly what was supposed to happen, and it did just what she said. Now I am cancer-free, even though I'm nippleless, but I am cancer-free now. And I went to see the oncologist, and the oncologist told me that the medicine that he given me is has estrogen in it. And he told me, and he warned me that I may have hot flashes, which I really do now. So now that I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I thank God for it, and I'm taking meds without the chemotherapy, I'm doing it through the pill, and now that I'm taking that, I have my hot flashes. So my story to the men, make sure whatever happens, what's going on, make sure you go to the doctor. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Talk about it. We as men don't like to talk about going to the doctor. We don't like going to the doctor. But we need to come out of that, because this is how I look at it. Early detection plus treatment equals lives saved. I'm going to say that again. Early detection plus treatment equals lives saved. I thank you very much for your time. I just want to let you know, my name is Anthony Chain, Keeping You Abreast Foundation.
04. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And some sleepless nights. But when I look around, I think things over. All of my good days, they outweigh my bad days, and I won't complain, because God, He's been good to me. Although these weary eyes, they can see, but I always say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain.